PlayStation VR is of course out today, and now we have some interesting comments from Jim Ryan, Sony's European boss, who spoke in a recent interview with CNBC. Now he talked about a few things with them, namely how well they expect the console to do, production, and their plans for the future, that sort of thing. But his comments definitely seem to hint that the PlayStation VR is being scaled up to satisfy demand, which of course in itself suggests that the headset is selling better than Sony expected. And he said, quote, "We know from the data we have from pre-orders that the interest we have is significant." And he added that launch that sales of the device could number, quote, "many hundreds of thousands." And of course we've had previous comments from Superdata Research that the PSVR could sell around 2.6 million units this year. Now, I'm not sure if that's fiscal year or just this year. Either way, that would be an impressive number for Sony to reach. And of course we do need to keep in mind that they have a install base of over 40 million PS4 owners. So while not every one of those people is going to buy a PS4 headset, that would be crazy, that is still the potential base that they have to work from. And obviously we're not counting people who might buy a PS4 later in the future. So they could do pretty well if the games are there, of course. And he continued, quote, "We know that the replenishment cycle is a good one. Production is going exactly as we anticipated. We have made decisions to further increase capacity at the back end of 2016 and into 2017. So there's going to be a lot of PlayStation VRs around the world. Whether that's enough to satisfy the demand of the market, we'll see." Now, as I said a minute ago, what's really going to sell this is of course the games that it has. At the moment, the only real sort of killer app is Batman VR. Resident Evil 7 is of course going to be out in February. That's going to be great. Myself, that's the one I'm really looking forward to for PlayStation VR. But that's definitely going to be an issue, that there isn't really that killer app, at least in my opinion, for PlayStation VR. There's a lot of good games, a lot of potentially good games, a lot of interesting experiences. But obviously, gamers want to know, okay, what games can I play only on this? And he did address that, and he said, quote, "We think there's a really great range of value propositions. There are full gaming experiences, Final Fantasy, there's Batman, there's Star Wars, but at the other end there are smaller, lighter gaming experiences priced accordingly, very affordable. For us, it's really important to have a great range of gaming propositions on PlayStation VR." And there is a launch lineup of about 50 games, however some of these are the shorter experiences that are just sort of more of a tech demo kind of thing. So again, there's not really a reason to buy it at launch other than just having it at launch, and obviously having the launch games like Until Dawn, Rush of Blood, and Batman, and Final Fantasy, and so on. So there, as I said, there's good games, but would I say there's a system seller? Personally, I wouldn't say so. So that definitely is going to be a concern, but I think the allure of the tech and the fact that this is the cheapest virtual reality headset on the market is probably going to be enough that Sony are not too worried. Now myself, I was thinking of getting a PlayStation VR at launch. I'd actually put my name down for one, but again, the games just aren't there. Unfortunately, I don't have the space for it at the moment. I was hoping to have that resolved before the PlayStation VR came out, but fortunately that didn't happen. So I'll be getting one at a later date for sure, because again, this is the lowest cost virtual reality headset and it looks really interesting. But I'd love to hear some thoughts from you guys. Obviously my reasons are a bit different for buying the headset. I want to know, is the headset enough for you to just buy it because of the tech and the games that support it, or are you waiting for that killer app? Let me know your thoughts and opinions. As always, your support is really appreciated. Do remember to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. It does help out a great deal, and I'll see you next time.